Miami-Dade goes out to the polls again.
I want to return normalcy to the city.
For some key runoff races. Maria Corina Machado in Oslo, as the international community comes out in support of the Nobel Prize winner. And the Heat back in Orlando tonight.
You know, it gives us something else to compete for.
In search of the NBA Cup. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Alejandro Marquina.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Tuesday, December 9th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Miami is set to choose its mayor today as the mayoral runoff election concludes. Polls opened a few hours ago, and the campaigns of both candidates are hard at work.
Also hard at work is Caplin Sara Mayorga, who is live at City Miami Hall. Good morning, Sarah.
Thank you, Valentina and Alejandro. Good morning. I'm here live outside Miami City Hall, where early voters are casting their votes for the Miami-Dade runoff elections based on the elections that happened just last month in November. If you want to be updated on what's to come for today's election, take a look.
Voters in the city of Miami will be choosing between Eileen Higgins, who led the first round with about 36% of the vote, and Emilio Gonzalez, who finished second and forced today's runoff. Another major race on today's ballot is the District 3 Commission seat, featuring Frank Carollo and Rolando Escalona. That race has drawn extra attention after a recent court ruling allowed Carollo to remain on the ballot, despite a newly passed referendum that bans officials from serving more than 2 lifetime terms. And this morning, I had the opportunity to speak with some early voters. Many shared the key issues they're taking into consideration this election day.
There's a lot of development going on, and I'm all for progress. But I also really enjoy the trees, and I also really enjoy being in our big backyard in the bay, and so I just want someone who's going to protect it. To anybody who's having an issue with getting out to vote, I think that should speak for itself for transportation. It's very important.
Miami Beach voters are also heading to the polls today, deciding the Group 1 Commission seat between Monica Mateo Salinas and Monique Pardo Pope. And in Hialeah, 2 council seats are on the ballot. In Group 3, voters will choose between Jessica Castillo and Jeline Perez. And for Group 4, it's William Marrero facing Javier Morejon.
We've seen a steady stream of voters here outside Miami City Hall, and remember that the polls are open until tonight at 7 p.m. For more information, visit caplinnews.fiu.edu. Here in Miami, I'm Sara Mayorga, Caplin News.
Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado Nobel Peace Prize press conference, scheduled for this morning in Norway's capital, has been postponed indefinitely. She is scheduled to receive the award tomorrow. The press conference, traditionally held by the Nobel laureate, was supposed to take place at 7 a.m. Eastern Time in Oslo. It is unclear if Machado had arrived in the country, as she has been hiding for almost a year. Norwegian Nobel Institute says they will announce a new time later in the day.
The trial of Luigi Mangione, the accused killer of the United Healthcare CEO, continues today. Mangione appeared in court yesterday as a video showed the officers who arrested him debating the need for a search warrant to look into his backpack. Mangione's lawyers argue the search was illegal and everything found in his bag should not be evidence in the trial. Mangione faces both federal and state charges.
Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier pleads not guilty to being involved in an illegal gambling operation. The incident occurred in 2023 when he was still a member of the Charlotte Hornets. Rozier allegedly used insider information to tip off gamblers ahead of the game. He has been released on a $3 million bond.
United States Secretary Kristi Noem presented a $10,000 bonus checks to several TSA employees. This happened yesterday in Tampa during a press conference. It comes after TSA officers nationwide were not receiving paychecks during the longest government shutdown. As Noem handed off the bonuses to the TSA workers, she says these checks are going to those who were nominated by their supervisor for their hard work and service.
Some of them will use the dollars to pay off mortgages. Some of them will use it to pay off debts. Many of them maybe will buy an extra Christmas present for a loved one in their life. But they probably will use them for their priorities to make sure they're taking care of their families and their friends.
Noem says more workers will be receiving these checks and be recognized in the coming weeks.
A family is in shock this morning after ICE raided their home looking for illegal aliens. But there's a twist. It was captured on a Ring camera outside of the house. CNN Sofia Alvarado has more.
There's movement on this window right here.
Ring camera footage captured the moment more than a dozen ICE agents raided this Burnsville home.
They break in this one.
Angel Alvarado says
they force it.
4 of his family members were upstairs.
They were hiding here.
Nomás lo golpearon la puerta hasta abrirla.
Sofia Alvarado does not want her face shown, but says her husband owns the home. She says she and the 3 others upstairs were eventually able to prove they're U.S. citizens.
They all were scary, crying, and knowing what's happened, they were pointing with the guns.
Police! Police, come out with your hands up.
Not to move, just they all haven't sit here.
¿Y usted cómo se está sintiendo ahorita? Con miedo, ya todavía.
Sofia says it started when a couple renting their basement was headed home from the grocery store and stopped by ICE agents. Ring camera footage shows ICE agents detaining the man. The woman ran to the house and hid with her 7-year-old.
The one that she runs from outside, she was hiding here with the little kid.
ICE detained both of the 7-year-old boy's parents. ICE also detained another man downstairs and a 4th, a father to 2 kids with a 3rd on the way. His wife, who asked to be anonymous, is 6 months pregnant. She says she hid with her 7-year-old and 1.5-year-old.
Ellos tras de que me abrieron la puerta, yo salí. Tras de que yo salí, ellos me estaban apuntando con las armas. Y pues mi hija estaba conmigo, el niño lo tenía dormido en mi hombro.
She says her family came here illegally from Honduras for work. She says ICE told her to voluntarily self-deport.
Que me puedan ayudar a ver si...
She says she wants her husband back. With 2 kids and 1 more on the way, she says it's going to be very hard for her. Even harder as she's now taking care of the 7-year-old boy who is without his parents. In Burnsville, Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News.
The biggest bidding war in entertainment continues as Paramount threatens a hostile bid for $108 billion against Netflix's acquisition of Warner Brothers. Paramount's bid comes days after Netflix's $82 billion deal for Warner Brothers. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos says the retaliation from Paramount was entirely expected and spoke with President Trump in the White House before the deal.
Jimmy Kimmel fans are overjoyed this morning after news of his show's extension for 1 more year. Sources say the deal extends the show to May 2027. It was not all good for Kimmel this year after the talk show host made controversial comments about the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, leading to the show to be put on a brief hiatus. But now it seems the show is here to stay for the foreseeable future.
The Heat looking for a shot at the Cup tonight.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
It still doesn't disappoint, and now I'm here with my daughter.
A South Florida community is getting into the holiday spirit. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
I could really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes?
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panthertech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Our North Miami community is kicking off the holiday season with a light show you definitely don't want to miss. It's called Enchanted Place, a community-run light show that has been drawing families for decades.
And Caplin's Julian Lescano was there and has more details.
North Miami's Enchanted Place is lighting up the holidays once again with a holiday-themed light show unlike anything you've ever seen before. But not only is this to bring families together for the holidays, it's also here to spread awareness and raise money for charity.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Every December, this quiet cul-de-sac transforms into a dazzling holiday wonderland, an annual tradition created not by the city, but by the neighbors themselves.
We've been doing this 37 years. Originally, the first collection that we did, fundraiser that we did, was for Care Resource, which was for AIDS back then.
The tradition began nearly 4 decades ago, when a handful of homeowners started decorating their homes with simple strings of light to bring the block together. Over the years, this display grew, house by house, decoration by decoration, until the entire street became a beloved holiday landmark.
It's spectacular. I've been coming here since I was a kid. It still doesn't disappoint, and now I'm here with my daughter.
But Enchanted Place just isn't about the lights. For years, the homeowners have turned the event into a charity effort, collecting donations for visitors to support local causes and families in need. And organizers say they plan to keep the tradition alive for many years to come, hoping to bring families together and spread some holiday cheer. Just make sure you bring a little toy or donation to help them out. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Julian Lescano.
It's only December, but the Heat this morning are already getting ready for a tournament as they take on the Orlando Magic on the road in the quarterfinal round of the NBA Cup. Heat captain Bam Adebayo was not just excited for some mid-season competition, but also what their nearly $531,000 cash prize will mean for younger guys on the squad.
I feel like it's good for us. You know, it gives us something else to compete for. But for me, man, I think about the younger guys. You know, put a little money in their pocket so they can go buy their family some gifts or buy themselves some gifts and have a good Christmas.
The Heat have their work cut out for them as they are 0-2 against the Magic so far this year, including a loss last Friday. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak this morning. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Alejandro Marquina. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.